I'm going to be talking to you today about how the COVID-19 pandemic has affected Stream A ignition interlock cases in Ontario, that is, for impaired driving cases. First of all, let me tell you what Stream A means. You may already know, but I'll briefly discuss it. So when a person is charged with impaired by alcohol or blowing over the legal limit of 80 milligrams of alcohol in 100 milliliters of blood, or refusing to provide a breath sample in Ontario, they have the right to plead guilty at a relatively early opportunity and get advantage of being able to drive with an ignition interlock on their car. That's a device you blow into each time you start the car. It might go off on regular intervals, so you can get back driving. And the way the program works is this. You would calculate 90 days from the date of your arrest. You have to plead guilty within those 90 days to qualify for Stream A. So there's a very clear limitation period. And by the way, practically the limitation is 89 days. So you really want to mark down 89 days. Even though the ministry website says 90, we have found that practically it's 89. So what happened this summer, as you know, to a certain extent, the court system was paused. Trials weren't going on. Only urgent guilty pleas were being considered. And the definition of urgent I won't get into, but an impaired driving situation this summer was considered to be urgent because of this limitation period, because the MTO or the courts, if someone wanted to take advantage of interlock, they encouraged that. So we were able to do virtual guilty pleas by Zoom, by audio teleconference, and get a person back driving. That is for a person who didn't get a great deal. By the way, there was a lot of great deals being offered this summer, so I want to mention that to you as well. Like car charges were being withdrawn this summer because of the COVID pandemic and careless driving. But for those who wanted Stream A, we were able to do that. So about halfway through the pause this summer, I think it was on May 14th actually, the Ministry of the Transport said, look, this is unfair that there's this limitation period. So we're gonna suspend it. We're gonna put it to 282 days. And the reason for that is a lot of self-represented accused could not plead guilty. A lot of courts were not letting a self-represented accused do things virtually. So they're going, God, I can't get my Stream A. But what has been the effect of this? Now that the court system's been reopened on July 6th in a limited way, by the way, a limited number of courtrooms have been open for trials, they're still doing virtual guilty pleas. So Stream A is no longer considered to be urgent, but most of our clients who want to take advantage of Stream A still want to get back driving as quickly as possible. The quicker you plead guilty, the quicker you get back driving. So what happens is if you plead guilty today, you can get back driving with that interlock 90 days from today. So it's very important to take advantage of this. If you don't hire a lawyer, you're not going to be able to qualify. And by the way, you might be offered a great deal as well. Those are happening right now because of the perception of delay. The courts have been paused. There's only a limited number of courtrooms. And of course, for those who want a trial, we can always proceed to trial. I can tell you this, I was amazed at the number of cases this summer that we had scheduled for trial where the Crown's actually offered a careless driving, a withdrawal of the charges. And normally we don't get those type of deals unless we have a completely obviously winning case. On a 50-50 case, the Crown normally doesn't offer those deals. They are even offering them on less than 50-50 cases. So you should hire a lawyer right now. Don't delay.